CJ Marks here. Welcome to the Confidence Series. We have four-time Paralympic medalist, four-time world champion, the world record holder for the long jump for athletes who are totally blind. We have the one and only Lex Gillette. Lex, thanks for joining us, man. It's an honor.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, CJ. Glad to be here.
Oh, it's an honor to have you here, man. Let's just jump right into it. First question. What is confidence?
I think that confidence is your ability to be sure, 100% solid in your abilities and your capabilities. You knowing that without a shadow of a doubt, you're able to achieve something, you're able to mentally take yourself to this space. And once you mentally get there, you understand that physically your body will be able to follow. You'll be able to get the results that you want.
Excellent. Well said, man.
Yeah.
Well said. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. You know, I actually sold you a little short on the introduction. For those who don't know, this man is much more than simply an extraordinary athlete. He's also an author of this book here that I have in my hand, Fly. Y'all need to check it out. I read a lot of books, and I can honestly say this is my favorite book I read in 2020. So it's Fly. Check it out.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate the book, man. It was a great read. You talk about a lot of things here, and it leads to my second question that I want to ask you, Lex. What is the difference between being able to see and having vision?
Yeah, I think that you have sight, which is that's your eyesight, what you're able to see with your eyes, what your eyes are giving you in terms of visual data, visual information. When you talk about sight, you're able to, of course I can't see it, but you have the computer here, you got the desk here, you got the chair that I'm sitting in, you have my bed to my right hand side, and I'm currently packing for Tokyo. I got a whole bunch of stuff in the back, in the background, getting myself prepared for the games. You could see all of those things, but when you have vision, these items that I have behind me, they just don't look like pieces of equipment or uniforms or shoes. Now those things look like, oh man, like this looks like the Olympics or Paralympics. Mm-hmm. These pair of running shoes, they're not just running shoes. These look like the tool that will help me get an education for college, or a tool that'll help me go to the Olympics and Paralympics to compete. And so with vision, you're able to see beyond an item's physical capacity, it's physical existence. And when you have that vision, you're able to see beyond the horizon. You see things before they exist. You see something greater. And I think that that's what really moves us, and that's what really helps us in life, because sight is always changing. You can wake up one day and it might be really sunny outside, beautiful day. You wake up the next morning, then it's gray outside, and that makes you feel a certain type of way. But when you have a vision, that vision that is something greater, something bigger than you or me, that's like a continuous sunny day. It's always guiding you, it's always motivating you, inspiring you, it's giving you something to shoot for. And that really, that's what gets us to roll out of bed each morning. So I always feel like it's important for us to have a vision, because that in a lot of ways reveals our purpose, if you will. It just shows us what can be, and that is the glimmer of hope in any type of darkness.
Wow. Well, you certainly have vision. And for those who do not know, who haven't picked up on it by now, Lex is a very accomplished motivational speaker. This man's in a TEDx talk, which leads to my next question. track and field athlete, world record holder, medalist, musician, author, motivational speaker. Lex, what is giving you the confidence to do all of these things and many more?
A lot of it is, you're fueled by a lot of the people who are around you. And for me, at a young age, I had a lot of people who, when I had lost my sight at 8 years old, and it was a random occurrence. I had a lot of people who surrounded me and supported me and gave me that positive reinforcement and let me know that, all right, there's still things out here that you can achieve. You're going to do awesome things in the world. And they didn't just say those things, they were combining those affirmations, if you will. They were combining that with literal action, things that I could do. Okay, well, you can't read books with your eyes, you can't see print, but you can read books by braille. You can use your hands to read. You may not be able to see or walk around yourself, but you can use a cane so you can slide it from left to right. You know how to walk. And so they weren't just encouraging me with their words, but they were showing me ways and alternatives that I could maneuver through life. And so that really helped to provide that foundation. And when you have those types of individuals in your life, they really lift you to places that you wouldn't have been able to ascend to on your own. And they help you to see, at a time where I was both literally and figuratively blind, they exposed me to so many different resources and tools and technology and programs and other people. They exposed me to all of those things, which in turn helped me to gain this vision, if you will. And long before athletics, it was just purely being self-sufficient and being able to do things on my own and being independent. So and once I was able to see that I could just simply get from my front door to the school bus, get off of the school bus, go to the classroom, go from classroom to classroom, classroom to the gym to the cafeteria, you start to see that you're doing all of those things and achieving all of those things. And then that is, it's like it's expanding your mind and expanding your reach. And in a lot of ways, it expanded it to the point where I was able to see much more than I would have ever imagined. And with each new opportunity or new encounter that I had, it was like that exposure to so many of those experiences, resources, programs, people, tools, technology, all of those things helped me to have a clearer vision, a greater focus on what I could do, my potential.
Okay. Thank you. Hey man, next question. What keeps you up at night, Lex? What worries you and how do you deal with these worries?
I think that not being able to achieve certain things. I think that, and it sounds interesting, and it might sound a little off-putting because it's like, oh my gosh, like you've been able to do a lot in life. But I think that when I had lost my sight, it had put me in this space where the world treats you differently. And my experiences are totally different from the average person. And I always felt like I had to raise the bar that much higher because of my disability. And having that type of mindset really puts me in this space where I'm just constantly trying to achieve things, constantly trying to, I wouldn't say, it wouldn't be as much as proving to the world. I think it's more of proving to myself that, okay, well, you can in fact do this, given the resistance and giving the doubt that the world has for people like you or people who live a similar experience as you. And they may not be blind. It could be, anyone, person who has a disability, or it could be, just a person who's Black, And so I think that it's just, not being able to like continue raising that bar, not continuing to get better and better and better and better and better.
You said a lot there.
Man.
We're definitely gonna have to chop it up more when this interview's over. But let me thank you for that answer, and let me get to the last question before we get to this or that. Lex, the world record, the medals, all of the track and field accomplishments, the book, the music, everything you've done. Would you trade this in to be able to see?
Never. Absolutely never. That is, I almost feel like at this point, I think that sight would be a downfall. I think that it would be a detriment to
Wow. Okay.
my success. I think that with all of the things that I've been able to achieve, it's like I can confidently say it's like, man, sight is overrated a lot of times.
My man says sight is overrated.
Like, it's overrated at times. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, are there things that I would like to see?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I could say yes to that question. But in terms of just literally having full capacity, 20/20 eyesight consistently, nah, I don't. I'm good without it.
Yeah, you are, man. Just a bit of an aside is you and I have talked about this, but just for the listeners and viewers, I didn't know you were physically blind until like 3 months into knowing you, man. Because we first met on Toastmasters, right? And for those who know about Toastmasters, cool, but it was online. And like now, like I'm like, all right, everything's doing like because we were sending messages on during the meeting, and like you hit me back at the same time. I'm like, I didn't know until I went to your LinkedIn page. I'm like, wait, this guy's blind?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So you definitely have been able to achieve exceptional things, man. I commend you on that. Well done, brother.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
Hey, man, let's jump right into this or that before we wrap it up. This or that's pretty simple. Just 5 quick questions. This or that. A or B. No elaborate explanation, just this or that.
Okay. This is A and that is B.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
So 2 things. Okay. And so I see them on your head now, but on competition day, So first, this or that. Headphones or earbuds?
This.
Oh, I'm just I'm sorry. So headphones.
Oh. Okay. Headphones.
Okay, headphones. All right.
Yeah, headphones.
Headphones. All right. Second one, as a musician, piano or keyboard?
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to go with the piano.
Okay. All right. Third one. I don't know if you still are a big junk food guy, but I was reading your book and you used to be. I think maybe you still are when you're not training. So chips or cookies?
I'm gonna go with chips.
Chips.
All day, yeah.
All day. All right. Yeah. So the fourth one, chips. Barbecue or sour cream and onion?
I'm gonna go with the sour cream and onion.
Okay. All right. My last this or that. For those who don't know about Lex, this is a major shoe head. This man can actually identify all the Air Jordans, obviously, just by touching. It's fascinating. Yeah, so, last this or that for you. The Air Jordan 4 or the Air Jordan 11? That's a tough one.
I'm going to go with the 11s.
That's the right answer.
I'm gonna go with the 11s. I love the 4s, but I'm gonna go with the 11s.
All right, cool. Lex, brother, this has been a pleasure and honor. Thank you for gracing us with your time and enlightenment. For those of you who don't have it yet, you need to pick up this book that's in my hand called Fly. I read a lot of books. It is my favorite book that I read in 2020. Before we get out of here, Lex, is there anything you want to promote or plug or any parting words of wisdom for the audience?
Oh yeah, of course, competing in the upcoming Paralympic Games, really excited about that, August 27th. So in Tokyo, Japan, going for that gold in the long jump. And outside of that, you're talking about Fly, that was my first book, getting my feet wet, if you will. And so my last words is we talked about sight and vision, and I have a mantra: no need for sight when you have a vision, which
Yes.
is, ultimately our sight doesn't determine our successes. Having that vision and being able to see things before they exist, and not just to see them, to see those things, but to then develop a plan and connect with the right people to bring that vision into fruition. And that's actually the title of my next book, which is coming out in 2022.
Okay.
No need for sight when you have a vision, and that is what blindness can teach us about risk and leadership.
Okay. Well said. How can we get those books, or if people want to holler at you, what's the best way to go
Yeah,
about that?
Amazon. You can go on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. All of the major online bookstores. You can also, if you're here in the United States, you can go on my website, lexgillette.com, and you can get a copy of it. You can also get an autographed copy of it. And yeah, outside of that, would love for you to follow my journey on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of those places. So definitely connect with me, reach out. I'm pretty responsive, and I would love to meet you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Lex, thank you so very much for your time, brother. All the best, the upcoming games, and we'll check you out soon, man. This has been the Confidence Series. Lex Gillette. I'm CJ Marks, and take care of yourselves. See you later. Peace. You're a professional. When and how did you realize, hey, I can actually make a living emceeing? When did you realize you could be a rapper professionally?
Well, I mean, it was just something, again, like on on that note of confidence. At some point, it was something that I was just into, growing up.